Today we're flying Africa's new mystery plane, an aircraft that just got delivered with quite a peculiar livery unknown to the African continent. A new or almost new Boeing 777 that just escaped from Victorville Airport in December 2024 and made its way to its second life, becoming part of Africa's biggest airline, Ethiopian Airlines. Also inside, it doesn't look like the rest of the fleet at all, and just a few weeks after delivery we are flying to Ethiopia to be on board. But let's start now the night before that in Rome. Hello my dear ones, this report is not about this aircraft over here, but it's about the most beautiful business class of the biggest airline of Africa, and that is Ethiopian Airlines. I'm sitting here in business class of Ethiopian Airlines, but not on that very business class. This is a night flight from Rome to Addis Ababa, and after hopefully a good night's sleep, we're gonna start from there. My dear ones, almost 5,000 kilometers further and with beautiful daylight outside, we are here in Addis Ababa for our very special flight in this very special Boeing 777 of the airline that is so unlike all the other Boeing 777s of Ethiopian Airlines. And if you travel a lot to Asia, you might find this already quite familiar, because this plane used to fly for China Southern Airlines. Not very much though, because after the COVID crisis, China Southern Airlines decided to not use this aircraft anymore. Then they just parked it with Boeing, and then Ethiopian Airlines just got it not very long ago, a few weeks ago, and now they're flying this plane with the whole interior design and seats of China Southern Airlines, which is actually quite good, because actually the Boeing 777 fleet of Ethiopian Airlines and the whole long-haul fleet actually of Ethiopian Airlines, with a few exceptions, is not on the absolutely top international standard when it comes to comfort, seat comfort in business class. So it's actually really quite good. You have much more space here. Before the flight, I checked out the still pretty new lounge, which is a huge upgrade to the former one here at Addis Airport. There's in fact two lounges, one for Star Alliance Gold members regardless their class of travel, and the very large Sheba Cloud 9 lounge for business class travelers, where we are going. It has a very bright and airy atmosphere. There's massage chairs and shower rooms with private toilets that aren't huge but efficient. Then there's a cold buffet with crudités and cold cuts, and a warm buffet with a selection of Ethiopian and international dishes. However, there could have been more options given how amazing Ethiopian food can be and how many passengers frequent this lounge. Through big windows there's a far view over Addis, and there was even a piano. No idea if that's ever being played, but it looked very nice there, just as my beautiful hand luggage from level 8. That was again my travel partner on this trip. If you need some new really high quality hand or checked luggage with value for money that won't disappoint you even if you're a hardcore traveler like me, then check out the video description. My audience gets all items of level 8 at a special discount. Click the link in the video description and enter the discount code and enjoy your great new luggage. Just shortly after its delivery and a few days before my flight, this aircraft declared emergency after takeoff in Addis due to a technical issue, but it landed again safely at its new home airport. This flight from Addis to Dubai takes a bit under 4 hours, and before service starts, here's a tour of the cabin and the seat. The business class cabin on this plane is fitted with Stelia Solstys seats that all have direct aisle access, which is a great advantage as most business class cabins of Ethiopian Airlines don't have this feature. Most Boeing 787 Dreamliners, for example, feature 3 pairs of Collins Diamond double seats per row, which are rather tight around shoulders and legs. This Solstys seat is not extremely advanced, but it's efficient. It has a console for your glasses and menu, then there's an armrest that can be folded up, there's a remote control for the TV and a USB-A socket. The table folds down from the front and it's flexible when it's down, which is great as you can get up even when the table is full with plates. The seat can be converted into a fully flat bed that gives extra space at shoulder level as one armrest not only folds up, but the other one goes down to seat level. There's a big blanket for you, however you won't get a mattress topper. The foot coffin, as I call it, could be a little wider. One disadvantage of the seat is also the lack of storage. Except for your shoes that go under the foot coffin, there's only space for magazines. The in-flight service after takeoff started with some drinks from the cart and snacks. I started with water and coke to stay awake after quite a sleepless night, and I tried the tasty Ethiopian snack kolo, a mix of roasted and nicely spiced barley, chickpeas and sesame. And now the Amenity kit. Ethiopian Airlines has a new Amenity kit that is even available on this flight under 4 hours. It's a nice little red faux leather pouch and it contains a comb, a sleeping mask, socks, a pen, earplugs and lip balm. About 1 hour into the flight, lunch service started. On the colorful menu for this Cloud9 business class, there's an option of 2 appetizers and salad. Then there's a choice of 4 main dishes, some bread rolls, 2 desserts, fruit and cheese, along with Ethiopian coffee and tea. When it comes to drinks, there's all kinds of soft drinks. There's champagne and an incredible 12 wines plus 2 dessert wines on board this plane. The crew, by the way, on my flight was really lovely, not only to me, but of course to all passengers in my cabin. And since there was enough time, I asked if I could have some additional food in case there's some leftovers after everybody got served, so I can present you more than just one option on this flight. And here's now all the food. The wine list is impressive by quantity and you will get the region of your choice. However, to be honest, it's a bit uneven in quality as there's some nice bottles and then again some that don't quite go with the high business class fares. But there was one really great experience and that was Ethiopian red wine. Very different from wines of established wine regions in the world, but really an experience. And something else rather unexpected, ice wine from Canada. Entertainment at Ethiopian Airlines is okay. The selection is not outrageously big, but there's quite a good number of international and regional movies and TV shows and some information movies, for example, about the airline Ethiopian Airlines. The system is getting a bit outdated now, but that might change now with the introduction of new seats here and, for example, on their newest Airbus A350-1000. If you like this and the well over 100 flight and travel reports on the 2 Traversing Flight channels, then please give me a thumbs up, comment on the video and subscribe to the channel with the little bell next to it to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the exciting videos that are released here. You'll help the channel with all its free content to grow and become more visible. Keep looking around Traversing Fly, there's for sure a few more reports that are just the right ones for you. It's so great to have you here. how did I book this flight and how much did it cost? I booked the whole business class trip from Rome to Dubai, including a commute from Munich to Rome with miles and more. And this is one of the good redemptions that you can do at Lufthansa's frequent flyer program. First of all, it's only 35,000 miles in business class one way, and then while most airlines charge high fees on top of the miles for their award tickets, Ethiopian Airlines does not. So the whole trip from Munich via Rome and Addis to Dubai cost me 35,000 miles plus 110 euros in fees. We just passed the border to the United Arab Emirates and just passed over Hatta, a very nice town, just an hour's drive from Dubai. Now, how was this flight? First of all, the crew was really lovely, very nice, especially my flight attendant that was responsible for my area of the cabin was very nice, very attentive and proactive, so that was a good experience. What I really missed was Ethiopian food, and that on both legs, from Rome to Addis and from Addis to Dubai. Ethiopia has such a unique and delicious cuisine. Instead, I got very regular international food that didn't reach good restaurant level and was subpar to what you mostly get from the competition. And to be honest, also the food at the lounge didn't reach the amazing level that Ethiopian cuisine can be at. When it comes to drinks, the sheer amount of different wines was impressive. However, this is not an airline that has big wine expertise. What I really enjoyed though was the Ethiopian red wine that was on offer, and it's really nice to taste something regional, and it had its very unique taste. The cabin looks brand new. When lying down in bed position, the space is quite good. The legroom, however, is a bit restricted, but much better than what the diamond seats offer on most of Ethiopian streamliners. However, the entertainment system could use an update. Altogether, it was great value for my miles and it was a good experience. However, Ethiopian Airlines is not always the cheapest option when booking a regular ticket, so you want to keep that in mind, as sometimes a cheaper option might still give a similar or even better overall experience. And here we've landed in Dubai. What an interesting and exciting flight with Ethiopian Airlines, right? If you like this report, give me a thumbs up. You have no idea how important that is for the YouTube algorithm. Comment on the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it so. There's lots of really exciting airline reports waiting for you and destination reports from all continents of the world, and one really interesting one is this one. Check it out right away and see you there at Travel, Sing, Fly.